Applied Linguistics Group uploaded this video for BS English students. Dr. Khalid Malik, the founder, has a PhD in Applied Linguistics TESOL. He taught at many foreign universities with 25 research papers and in a postdoc abroad. He is also an approved PhD supervisor of HEC. Join Applied Linguistics Group at youtube.com/@1966Pakistani or use a QR code to join our Facebook group at
BS English, Level, BS 8th Semester Course Code, ELL 408, Introduction to Translation Studies. Question number 15. Translation, Ideology and Politics. The word translation comes from the Latin word translatio, which means to carry across, i.e. to take or bear something from one place to another. Now a question that may come to our minds is, what does a translator take when he translates? If you ask this question from common people, they may answer that they take words from one language to another. It is a too general definition. When we translate a text, there are many factors involved in it. One of these factors, which is the focus of this paper, is ideology. What does the term ideology mean? According to Rojo Lopez and Ramos Caro, 2014, the term ideology was first used by Count d'Estaing de Tracy, 1754–1836, at the time of the French Revolution, and it was defined as the science of ideas, and its aim was to improve the living conditions of people. Later, Marx uses this term to refer to the false consciousness that the upper class uses to brainwash the lower class, Gutek, 1997. Nowadays, as Van Dijk believes, the term refers to the knowledge, beliefs and value systems of the individual and the society in which he operates, as cited in Lee, 2013.
Schaffner, as cited in Kuhiksak and Liddell, 2007, states that whether politics is considered as a struggle for power or as political practices of a state, the social interactions associated with it are kinds of linguistic action and types of discourse. Accordingly, politics and language are closely related. Now if we consider the definition of ideology, when a translator uses her/his own ideology or the one belonging to the society he lives in, he may provide the receivers with a false consciousness of the source text. Thus, the ideological translation of a political text means giving a false consciousness of the politics and political relationships. Ideology. Since the 1990s, there has been an increasing interest in ideology in translation after the cultural turn in translation studies, and there have been many debates on it by scholars from different disciplines. House, 2016. According to Schaffner, as cited in Perez, 2014, the relationship between ideology and translation is multifarious. Any translation can be considered ideological because factors such as the choice of a source text and the intended use of the target text are determined by the interests, aims, and objectives of social agents. But ideological aspects can also be determined within a text at the lexical level, like using or avoiding a particular word, and the grammatical level, like using passive structures to lower the importance of the agent. Ideological aspects are more or less obvious in texts, but it depends on the field of the text, its type, and the intended purpose of it. In political texts, ideological aspects are particularly prominent. Ideologies can result in the mediation of the translator, i.e. the extent to which translators intervene in the transfer process, feeding their own knowledge and beliefs into processing the text, as cited in Hatim and Monday, 2004, pages 102–103, and the manipulation of her/him, which is going to be examined in more details in the next section. Politics and translation. The social interactions associated with politics, as mentioned before, are kinds of linguistic action and types of discourse. Therefore, politics and language are related. The relationship between language and politics has gained an increasing interest recently. Scholars study the textual manifestations of power and ideologies and their linguistic realizations to make the ideological ways of using language and the relations of power visible. Political communication relies on the translation, and it is through translation that information is made available beyond the borders of the nations. Schaffner, as cited in Kuhiksak and Lita, 2007, states that not much attention has been paid to political discourse analysis in translation studies, but later on that attention has become more. Some scholars have characterized translation as being related to politics, and some others see translation as a political act since it is culturally bound and has to do with the production of power. They believe that the translator's choices, from what to translate to how to translate, are in accordance with political agendas. The focus on social, cultural, and political aspects of translation has been increasing since the mid-1980s and raised many questions related to politics. Any decision to encourage, allow, promote, hinder, or prevent translation is considered a political decision. Analyzing political discourses in a critical way can provide us with a better understanding of the relationship among politics, ideology, and translation. Applied Linguistics Group uploaded this video for BS English students. Dr. Khalid Malik, the founder, has a PhD in Applied Linguistics TESOL. He taught at many foreign universities with 25 research papers and in a postdoc abroad. He is also an approved PhD supervisor of HEC. Join Applied Linguistics Group at youtube.com/@1966Pakistani or use a QR code to join our Facebook group at